Okay, so my name is Naoki, and I decided to go natural. Well, I started anticipating it about a year ago because my husband wears dreads, and just the whole process of relaxers and deep conditioning, but my hair was still breaking. That was uh that was huge for me. But the final transition began unbeknownst to myself about 4 months ago, because I needed a relaxer, but I decided that I wasn't going to do one. Uh, my graduation celebration, even though the actual graduation is not until uh, mid-January, once I completed my classes, I decided, let's go out for dinner, celebrate. I was going to relax it then because it was so thick. But then I decided, no, I'm not going to relax it. I'll just go and let the Egyptians blow it out. But with letting the Egyptians do my hair, you can smell that, well, you can say they burn your hair. The heat that they apply to get your hair that straight is not the best, and I believe that that's why they always try to get you to do a deep condition and a hot oil treatment to kind of help aid that heat that they're about to apply. So, um, I decided against a relaxer, got it blown out with a lot of heat applied. It was still breaking really bad, still really brittle, and my hair had never been like that before. I thought I had been doing really well with the deep conditioning, but apparently I had it because it was still breaking and dry and brittle all the time. But then the other thing that I would do is, if I was too tired to do anything to my hair, like to wash it, blow dry it, and then flat iron it myself on a weekly basis, I would just wear it in a ponytail using the Brown Pro Style gel, which also adds to the dryness and brittleness and breaking of your hair. So needless to say, my hair was in pretty bad condition. I've been getting relaxers since I was 9. So this past week, I woke up one morning and it was like I had an epiphany. It just hit me. It's time. So I started watching tutorials on YouTube, and I saw some really good ones, and the big thing that I noticed was everybody stresses making sure you do your research. So, in making sure that I did my research, what I did discover was that, one, there are not a lot of videos out there with tutorials and the journey of transitioning without the big chop. I saw the big chop a lot. I did see some, and not to say that they're not out there, I just hadn't found a lot of them that was the hair type of my hair. Admittedly, I don't know what my hair type is at the exact moment. Like, I know one of the coaches that I work with, she said that she's a 4C. Not exactly sure what that means just yet. I'm still doing some researching, so I'll update you as I find out things. But I can look at the texture. So when I was looking at textures of hair, the closest that came to me that I stumbled across was a young lady that calls herself Mahogany Curls. But her hair is extremely long. So then there were still a lot of questions because, one, my hair is not as, like, it's not the exact texture of hers, but it is close. It wasn't as long as hers, nearly as long. And if you search her, you'll see that by looking at my bang versus looking at her bang. But anyway, so this is day, this is day 3. And I actually did the natural hair care regimen, and I started with the As I Am hair care products. You can find them at Walmart. The co-wash is like $8 for a jar, and then I also got the leave-in conditioner, which I believe was 10. I got the twisting and curl defining cream, and I believe that was also 10. And then I went to Whole Foods and I purchased some oils. I got an essential oil. Um, and you can just go through the fragrances and find the one that you want. And not only was I looking for a fragrance that I like, but admittedly I was looking for something that was cost effective, because any oil that you purchase to do the mixing with, if you want something that is good, which of course is going to be good, but you want the best thing for your hair. I needed something that was going to work on that dryness and brittleness. So my small jars or bottles of gel were, I'm sorry, my small bottles of oil were almost $10. So I did a huge bottle of almond oil just to start out. I did a small bottle of jojoba or jojoba. I'm not really exactly sure how to pronounce it. Forgive me. The small bottle of that was 10, and I can show you those bottles in my next video. That was 10, and then as I was smelling through them, I really wanted to get the peppermint. Learned that after purchasing the orange fragrance that the peppermint is actually better. But the essential oils of fragrances are about this big, and depending on the oil that you get depends on the price. So um, I like the way that the orange smelled, and I love the price. It was only $4.39, so I was like, okay, we'll go with this one first go around. I'll do some more research later. Saturday night I did the wash, or rather the co-wash, and then one of the girls from the dance team, because I did it at the sleepover that we had for them, she did the twisting and the riding for me. The next day it was gorgeous. I liked it a lot. And then as I was leaving, like, it's time to check out and everybody is leaving, and the other coach that is also going natural, and she's about 4 months in already, she suggested that I twist my hair at night, because that's what a girlfriend of hers does, whose hair texture is probably the same or really close to mine. So I was like, I don't know if I want to twist every night, but I twisted Sunday night and re-ride it, and of course it came out really cute yesterday. So then yesterday when I got home, had an extremely long day, I got home and I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna twist tonight, let's just see how it goes. Got up for work this morning at 3, and it's almost 5 o'clock now. I laid around for a little while, talked with my husband when he made it to work, and I took off my bonnet. Didn't like what I saw. So, the good thing was I got up with no problems this morning. Still had an hour and a half to play with before I even have to leave out of the house. So, I got up and I started the morning routine of the natural hair care regimen. And what I did was, I used my big comb. I'll bring all of these tools out for another video. I use my big comb that is really good, that they talk about. You want the teeth to be really loose so that you're not pulling at your hair just to kind of detangle it. So I combed through it with the big comb, and then I got about a quarter size. Well, it ended up being a total of 4 quarter size amounts of leave-in conditioner, and I just massaged that through my hair. And then I got my almond oil that I have mixed with my sweet tangerine oil, which I only used a couple of drops of. And I have that in a spray bottle, so I sprayed in a couple of sections and then massaged that into the scalp this morning. And then ran my fingers through my hair and rubbed it through to the ends. And this is the result of not twisting at night. So I did a pinup, because as you can see there are no curls in it. There's a little wave in it because I have a natural wave pattern. and the waves are not really small. Like what I have seen is some waves are actually curls because they curl up so tight. I have a medium sized wave pattern, but as you can see, and my lighting is not too good in my bedroom, and I did that purposely because once I come in here I want to calm my nerves from whatever the day has brought. But I mean, this is not terrible. I don't hate it. But what I did tell my husband, and we joked about it this morning, Danielle was right. I will definitely be twisting at night moving forward. However, I won't be twisting again this week. The rest of this work week, I'll probably just wear it pinned up like this. And I actually only had to insert two bobby pins into this style after applying the leave-in conditioner and all of that. There is a wonderful product. I had been so long trying to get my hair to be straight, and the head coach that I work with, she is really big on, Coach Hunt, you have a beautiful hair pattern. So uh, with the molding part of it, I kind of freaked out. So then I started doing research. Okay, what kind of molding or holding gel will I use in natural hair care regimens? And then I stumbled across something called curls. And I'm able to show you this because it's right here at my end table. But this stuff is the bomb. It kind of puts you in the mind of edge control. You only need a little, like I literally scoop some out with my thumbnail, rub it on my finger, rub it on my edges, and that's it. So, that's the end of the first tutorial, or the first video log for my hair care journey without the big chop. Transitioning from chemically treated hair to natural hair. Part of my research, they said you definitely have to be patient. So I feel as though this is definitely going to be a test to that for me because my patience is not good, admittedly. However, I don't hate anything that has happened in the first 3 days. But again, it's only day 3. Or rather, it's only day 3. So I will be video logging often to talk about the successes and the struggles of this journey, because yesterday I didn't get a chance to video log. It was an extremely long day, but my frustration yesterday was that after riding, when I got to work, I wanted to add some more volume to my hair. So I wet my hands. I remember one girl talking about that. I wet my hands, and what I learned is if you're perming, or you have permed in the past, and you're transitioning, and you're trying to transition without a big chop, and the big chop is basically cutting off all of your hair that has been chemically treated. What happens if you're transitioning and you wet your hair while you're out? Instantly you lose curl at the tips, which is the purpose of the riding, because there are going to be areas of the hair that don't automatically curl because they're chemically treated still. I have learned that this transition can take anywhere from a year to 2 years. Some people actually cut after a year. So again, I'm sure there are videos out there, but I was not able to run across them as easily as I was able to run across the others. So I definitely have no intentions of cutting drastically, maybe clipping ends every now and again, but my video logs will be completely about transitioning without doing any cutting, the successes and the struggles, tips, how-tos, products used, and any other things that I think of along this journey that I think can help someone else. Because while it is exciting, there are going to be some struggles, and I definitely want to help along this process so that more of us can become natural sisters. Until next time, bye bye.